Good morning, Northwest, and welcome back to the First Nest News of 2024. I'm Kinley Carter, joined alongside
Cameron Owsley,
Jada Lee,
and McLeod Zudi, and we have a great show in store for you today.
and hey, maybe ESPN will cover this too.
So let's roll that intro.
Recently, there has been a shortage of people going into the profession of elementary education. Let's take it to Eva Herding to hear more on the story.
This relates to social studies how? Who can tell me how this relates to social studies? Savannah.
In the past year, over 51,000 teachers have quit their jobs, with a concentration in elementary education. We have asked a teacher at Cedar Creek Elementary School why they feel elementary education is so vital to the lives of young children.
Elementary education is important because it's the foundation. More than just education, it's kind of a time that they're learning how to interact with people, be nice humans.
Working with children at such a foundational period of their lives comes with its difficulties.
Family.
It's not easy. You're keeping track of a lot of different people and a lot of different needs, and there's just so much more to it than just teaching them things.
Elementary teachers gratefully accept these challenges and work with students to improve their character.
I kind of feel like that's an important role just in general in the world today, just to kind of love on them and just keep them a little bit grounded.
For the Raven Network, this has been Eva Herding.
Thank you, Eva, for bringing our attention to this situation. It is almost that time of year where love is in the air and everyone is looking for a Valentine. Well, we are here to help one guy find his match. I'm Kinley Carter, your host of Mystery Matchmaker, and today I'm joined by our main man, Matt M. Simimbo. Thank you for joining us today, Matt.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
My first question for you to start us off is, so tell everyone why you wanted to be Mystery Matchmaker.
Just a little something to spice up my life. It's just something to do at school, get to know some of the fine ladies we have here at Northwest more, and yeah.
Yes, and so what are you looking for in a match?
Pretty much I'm just looking for a girl who hang out with me, scratch my back,
Yeah. And so what would be your ideal first date with one of these lovely ladies?
First we'll hit up the spa, get massages, cucumbers on the eyes, and that'll be on me. And then afterwards, we're gonna go ahead and hit up every single McDonald's in the metro area, see which one has the best chicken nuggets, and then afterwards, we can go back to my house and watch a movie.
Sounds like a nice evening. And my last question for you is, what is your end goal for this whole matchmaker process to be?
Not really having an end goal, just kind of diving in with, nothing in mind. Whatever I get out of it is what I get out of it.
Nice. Well, if you want to see more of Matt's journey, stay tuned for the first start of his journey on ONW Now this week. Thank you, Matt, for joining us. But for now, let's learn more about the chili cook-off that took place at Poor House that helped raise money for a local charity. Natalie Frazier has more on the story.
This past weekend, the Poor House hosted their annual chili cook-off.
It's something we've wanted to do for a while. We were actually getting ready to start it as an annual event right before COVID hit. So it's just been a matter of, and this year seemed to be a great year to do it, and we plan on doing it every year hereafter. Yeah, it's pretty open to anybody. We're pretty relaxed on it. Everybody brings in a pot of chili. We ask for about 5 quarts so that everybody can sample for about 2 hours. Then we have a judge panel of 5 different judges that are going to sit down and boldness and all that good stuff, and then we will give out all the awards. We also have 2 People's Choice Awards. So as people taste, you guys should taste it yourself. You can vote on that.
This chili cook-off helps raise money for the Great Plains Animal Shelter.
So I work for Great Plains SPCA. And SPCA is an animal shelter in Johnson County. We're right by IKEA, and we serve all of Johnson County for their animal needs.
We got donations for food. Everybody's bringing up dog food, blankets, all this other kind of stuff. Seeing the community come together for dogs. We all like dogs and cats, pets. That's it. And, and to see the competitiveness of people when it comes out to cooking chili.
That's all for today, Ravens. From the Raven Network, this has been Natalie Frazier.
What a fun way to serve and give back to our community. Last weekend, our ONW Theater put on our musical Matilda 4 times. Today I'm here with some of the cast members of the show, Maggie Sykes, Allie Kearns, and Jack Davis. All right, so what role did you guys all play?
I played Matilda.
I was Mrs. Wormwood.
And I was Miss Trunchbull.
When did you start the production of the show, Maggie?
We started, the auditions were right before Thanksgiving break, so we started during Thanksgiving break.
Nice. What does the process look like when you're putting on the show? So like script reading, learning the choreography and the songs, Allie?
For like script reading, we did one like big like circle read, and then after that, it was just like practice your lines at home. You gotta know your lines. Songs, we all sat in Miss Williamson's room like for the first couple weeks, and we just sang and sang over and over until we could get the songs. Then choreography. Thank you, Leah Powell, and thank you, thank you, Abby, for teaching us these fabulous dances. And that took a lot. That was a lot of like at-home stuff.
Yeah. Jack, what was your favorite part about this entire experience?
I thought I just really liked getting to see everybody grow in their roles, mainly. Like Maggie and Allie did excellent, and it's always so fun because these are two of my best friends to watch them succeed, and they both did so well, and I'm really proud of everybody.
Allie, since you're a senior, what are you going to miss most about the program?
Thing I'll probably miss most is like getting to make connections with people who I wouldn't have ever made connections with before, like Maggie and Jack. I mean, me and Jack had a math class together, but like me and Maggie would have never ever spoken to Maggie. But now I have a new friend. That's exciting.
Maggie, how did you grow throughout this experience, especially with a new teacher?
It was just definitely the biggest like role I've ever had, probably will ever have, and like so it was just a like cool opportunity. But with a new teacher, like each director is really different, so it's every like process is really different, and so it's always good to learn from different people.
That's awesome. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. You all did a phenomenal job in performing in Matilda, and I can't wait to see what you guys do next. This last December, our own Andrew Ratzlaff entered into an art competition for his exemplary work in digital illustration. Let's take it to Cam for more information.
On December 7th, fellow ONW student Andrew Ratzlaff competed in the 28th Annual Visual Arts Contest. Here he entered his piece Dave, and let's see what his process was throughout the start of his piece.
Every year I do an art class, and then I joined Ecom, and I've been doing like an art class outside of it. This is the first year I haven't done drawing. I went to a concert sophomore year for Glass Animals, and then lost Imagine, and really wanted to win again, so I made another vector, but I was like really into Glass Animals. So I spent like 50 hours working on the piece. You just take a base layer photo, and then you make a bunch of shapes, and you color them in, and it's a tedious process of small shapes, gap checking the backgrounds to make sure you didn't leave any spots. But it's based off of a real image.
Out of 592 pieces submitted, 102 were chosen, and out of 4 categories, Andrew won first place in the digital illustration and printing category.
I won at the Merriam Art County for DPI, which is the digital illustration for a vector art that I had made. I just really like winning. I'm gonna be honest. So I made it to win.
Congratulations to Andrew Ratzlaff on your impressive work and award. We're excited to see what you do with your amazing.
Great work, Andrew, on your award. I have the Black Student Union President, Mike Van Douglas, here with me today. Thank you, Mike.
So first off, what is this BSU fundraiser about?
So we're going to be selling Valentines this Friday on the 2nd to help raise money for the club. It's a great way to reach out into the ONW community and allow students to just give back to each other and share love throughout the month. A really important part of just, being Black as well as just being in the ONW community as well.
Nice. I like that. So how long will this fundraiser be taking
So
place?
for students in person, they'll be able to purchase on the 2nd. We also have a link open in TouchBase, so parents and students can reach that there as well. And that'll be open until, I believe, the week of Valentine's Day.
So for anyone that's interested in buying these Valentines, where will you be located?
So we're going to be located in the Commons on the 2nd, all throughout lunch, so 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And the way that it works, essentially, is you let us know what your name is, if you want to send a Valentine to someone specifically, and if you want to stay anonymous, and then we'll get your information down and put the Valentines together, and then we'll pass them out the week of Valentine's Day.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Thank you. So that is all the time that we have today with Micah. Thank you for all the information on the fundraiser that you just gave us. So as y'all probably know, we had an abundance of snow days this past month. Let's take it to Jacob for more on how this affected students.
The district reviews many different factors that are necessary for planning a school day before canceling school. There's essentially two questions. One is are all the things in place to be able to have a successful school day? Can buses start? Can kids safely get to the bus stop? Can our district facilities get the grounds cleared in a meaningful way so it's safe for kids, And then the other piece is, what does that look like? If we're really narrowly focused on that time frame of 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., that might look terrible. And then noon, it might not look so terrible. As Mr. Zuck believes, we are over our allotted snow days for this year, and an adjusted schedule may be necessary for the fourth quarter. I believe we are. I can't give you a specific amount, but I believe that we're over our allotted snow days would be my guess. As there are many troubles that the administration and the district have to deal with, the teachers themselves also have to rearrange their way of teaching to recuperate the learning that they have missed.
Obviously, since we missed so many days and we had to adjust the deadlines for most of the projects and assignments that we had. And also I looked a lot at reviewing a lot of the criteria of the assignments and just as a kind of refresher.
These inclement weather days also cause teachers to maybe have to shorten their schedule or just remove assignments completely in order to help students meet their learning objective.
Well, definitely because we, basically missed, a week's worth of time. We did have to, possibly shorten some of our project modules, especially in some of the freshman classes, but we're still able to meet all the learning objectives.
With it still being winter, be sure to stay connected on future inclement weather days. For the Raven Network, this has been Jacob Amtower.
Man, I really hope we have some more snow days. I really need to catch up on my homework. But next up, we have episode 1 of ONW Whips. So Eva, roll the video. What's up, Ravens? I'm the Big CO, and welcome back to another segment of Nest News. Today we're doing ONW Whips, so I took it to a couple of Ravens to see what we're driving out here. First, let's take a look at mine. All right, well, anyways, we got my 2016 Genesis Coupe, We got nice leather seats, very comfortable, frameless doors, I look sleek. Zoom in on this, 3.8 V6 for a ton of power, pushing like 3 million horsepower, going 300,000 miles an hour. But let's take it to some other Ravens and see what they're driving.
My name's Beckett Knight. I drive a 2012 Tundra. As fuzzy as can be, it kind of helps. It helps with sliding, of course, when legally done. It just slides through the hands better instead of the leather steering wheel it normally has.
Oh, hey, my name's Nick Woodworth, and this is my '89 Toyota Supra. I have a love-hate relationship with this car. Honestly, right now, I'm just glad that the smoke that was coming out of my car when it was first turning on was not coolant.
I'm Mason Browning. It's my 2007 Acura TSX. Sorry, I was just looking at this $100,000 machine right here. Yeah, 700 horsepower. Your Hellcat, it's got nothing, bro. It's like super old, so you see like super cracked, Thanks for watching.
Last week, our very own Jack Manvids and Braden Zimmerman were awarded Player of the Week for qualifying for state in diving. Let's take it to Joe for more on this achievement.
In exciting news, 2 Olathe Northwest divers have recently qualified for state. We had the opportunity to interview Jack Rastaford and Braden Zimmerman about their hopes for state and what diving means to them.
So far it's gone pretty well. We began really rocky, stuff I couldn't do well at all. I failed a bunch of dives, but so far we've picked it up. When I first started, I just did this because, I could do backflips on the diving board. So I was like, how hard could it be? So I went in And I mean, it's been crazy how much I've improved. I mean, I've been, like, my limbs used to be, like, really long and lanky, but now I'm, like, more controlled. When I first came to ONW, I was the only diver. No one else dove. I was the only one. And progressively over time, people have joined me in dive. And some of the kids that we have now, they're juniors, and they didn't join dive beforehand. And when I took the role of being the only diver here, I took a risk. And not being afraid to stick out, not being afraid to do something new, not being afraid to be the only person to do something. It's wanting to do something, not because other people are doing it, it's because you want to do it. So I think that's the biggest legacy I want to leave behind, is just don't do something because someone else is doing it because you want to do it.
I think the season's gone pretty great. I've learned a lot of new tricks and already qualified for state in our second meet. Well, when I started dive, I had no expectations for myself to do anything well, but I've done better than I ever thought I could have so far, so.
The boys leave tonight for Wichita for the prelims and finals meet tomorrow and have Sunflower Championship next week. Good luck, Ravens. For the Raven Network, this has been Joe Brescia.
Congrats to our state divers for all that you accomplished this season.
Unfortunately, that is all we have for today's show.
Be sure to follow us on all of our social media at the Raven Network and our website, The Raven Daily.
Thanks for tuning in, Ravens, and be sure to check out our ONW Now this Thursday during seminar.
Raven Nation, let's fly!